Hi there. Have you ever seen any photographs of paintings of this kind? This is by a famous painter, Escher. He uses a lot of optical illusions. Where are the stairs going? Up or down? What is the bottom? What is the top? Well, today we're going to read a little bit about how optical illusions like this are created and how they're used in art and in sport. So, look, and we have another example. If we look on page 83 in our books, you'll see another example of a painting, very similar. Looks like it's falling through the floor. Obviously it's not, it's an optical illusion. But how are these things created? Well, let's read the text. Can't believe what we see, and see if we can find out. Also notice that in the text 4 expressions or phrases have been highlighted. What is the purpose of these highlighted phrases? These kind of highlighted phrases. So let's read it together. Can we believe what we see? We all think that what we see is reality, but in order to think that our brain has to process a mass of different information, and from that data and what it knows from previous encounters makes an estimate of what we are seeing. Illusions are often based on expectations, things that your brain has processed in the past. This is because the first guess is always based on previous information. The remarkable thing is that even when we know things can't be true, we can't process it differently. The reason for this is our conscious minds are created by information in our brains, so we can't fight this. So there you go. Some of the neuroscience behind why illusions like this work and their connection to our expectations. So what is the purpose of these highlighted phrases? Yes, these highlighted phrases are, as you probably know, connectors. They connect ideas. They help the reader know when you're going to introduce a purpose in order to, or a reason. This is because, or focus on something, the remarkable thing is. Okay? It helps cohesion, it helps the flow. Very important when we speak and when we write. So, another 2 areas where we use linkers like this are limitation and reformulation. So look at the Explore Language book. Okay, linking expressions were used in the first exercise, and here we have limitation and reformulation. Okay, limitation. When talking about the limits of an idea, concept or suggestion. Some examples there. Having said that, up to a point, in reality. Or reformulation, when phrasing something in a new way, usually to help understand. In other words, better said rather, that is to say. Very useful, for example, when we're doing the speaking exam. If we can, when working with our partner, we can reformulate what they've said. Or when we're describing the photographs, or comparing the photographs, we might rephrase something. So look at these 4 sentences below in part 2. Okay, see if you can pause the video and complete them using one of the expressions from the box. Okay, good. So let's have a look what we think. Videos, that is to say their creators, need to be more responsible. So we limited the idea of videos down to the actual producers of them. 2, we could ask more people to help, but lots of options here, but having said that, then again, in reality, we don't have much time. Okay, again, we're limiting the fact that we don't have much time, limiting the idea of asking more people. Talent is important, but having said that, dedication is what makes success. In reality, then again, look at those three again for sort of limiting something, bringing it down to the essence. Finally, all his videos sell. In other words, that is to say, he is hugely successful. Okay, so there are some expressions that we can use to limit and reformulate. Let's have a look at part 3. Using optical illusions to win. Okay, well, we looked at optical illusions in art. In part 3 we have optical illusions in a specific situation. Imagine you're a goalkeeper, in a football match. It's a penalty situation. You've got to save the penalty for your team to win. What techniques could you use to protect your goal? What things, psychological things, might you do? We've all seen the goalkeepers jumping it out, things like that, I guess. Have a read and see what optical illusions can actually help a goalkeeper. Pause the video, read quickly. Okay, so I said move around, put your hands up. What they say, apparently, is move what? Yes, a little bit off the centre. Perhaps that kind of forces the person psychologically to go towards that side. Instead of making yourself bigger, actually keep yourself small. It will make the person feel perhaps too confident and they kick it more to the centre. Different ways, anyway. So, in this text, this is a use of English text where we have to complete the expression. So, let's have a look at part 4 with the exam tip. We need to read the article again, okay? And we need to complete the gap with one word only. Now remember, in this kind of activity, usually we're looking at functional words, grammar words, words which kind of connect ideas together. Could be articles, not really content words, unless it's a strong collocation or maybe part of a phrasal verb, that sort of thing. Remember to check the whole sentence. Does it contain more than one idea? If so, maybe there's a word that's going to connect those two. You may need to read more than one sentence. Okay, so look at gap 5 in the article. Identify the parts of text that help you understand the meaning of the word in the text. Okay, so gap 5. They wanted to find out. So let's go all the way back to before part 4, actually. They then wanted to find out whether a goalkeeper could also alter perceptions of his size so to influence penalty takers' actions. They discovered. Okay, so it's going to be a word which links back to that whole idea, the thing, a word that means like the thing. What do you think it is? Okay, well, complete the text and then we'll check. Okay, pause the video and then we'll check. Okay, good. So the interplay between, often we use the word interplay between, collocation as well, between action and perception happens subconsciously, and so we have little or no control, okay? Get a negative quantifier there before the noun. Expression as well, little or no. Little or no control, okay? In sport, this means players could potentially influence their opponent's actions. Goalkeepers try to anticipate where the ball will go using information from the penalty taker's movements. According to psychologists, according to, yeah, we know that. According plus 2, always. A recent study showed that if goalkeepers, or when goalkeepers, stand slightly off centre, they can influence direction. So we've got a 0 conditional, so we need when or if. They then wanted to find out whether a goalkeeper could alter perceptions so as to. Okay, yeah, we need that expression so as to introduce the result, so as to influence penalty takers' actions. What they discovered. Remember, what there means the thing they discovered. What they discovered suggested that postures which make goalkeepers seem bigger result in penalty takers directing the ball away from the goalkeeper's body, while stances that make the goalkeepers appear smaller are more likely to result in penalty kicks aimed closer. So while, or maybe whereas, yeah, it's a contrastive links, okay, contrasting big with small, while or whereas. Number 7, under these circumstances, or in these circumstances, the goalkeeper can increase the likelihood of saving a penalty kick by, we need that preposition to show manner, to show how, by or through adjusting his posture accordingly. Okay, so there you go. What do you think? Is it fair to use this kind of these tricks or this information to win in sport? What's your opinion? It seems to me, I don't know that it's cheating as much. It's just using knowledge that you have. I wouldn't say it's a trick so much as it's a use of knowledge. Why do you think people are fascinated by optical illusions? I guess we want to work out why, how does it work? Okay, so we'll stop there for the moment. We'll carry on with doing another use of English exercise in the next class. Okay, hope you're all well, and stay safe and keep inside. Okay, goodbye.